So, how many of you have ever thought about time, the concept of time or the construct of time, to be a religious indoctrination? It is. And it may not be the same for everyone because, I mean, as far as the world is concerned, time is something that we all live under. But how we view time can be different from one to the next. And really, time has been completely misconstrued as far as humanity is concerned, especially in this day and age where technology has put us into this position of feeling that everything we want needs to happen now, quick, right? We see that within social media platforms, the timing of our videos, the swiping up, the swiping left, the swiping right, all of that plays into the time aspect of how we view things or how we expect things to unfold within our life. But if you grew up in religion, time was always something that was brought into your field of awareness. For myself, as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, it was so much so that time was something that we had to put into the society at the end of every month to let them know how many hours or how much time we spent talking to other people about our religion. In fact, it is all about time. It's all about the hours that matter. And if you're not focused on the past and what happened in it, through the Bible, then you're focused on the future and what it is that is going to happen at some point in time down the road. But what you're never taught is how to be within this present moment, how to live within this present moment where you can find all the things that you're looking for that don't exist in the past and don't exist in the future, because there is no past and there is no future. There is only this moment. So if time is something that you haven't thought about as a part of why you may be suffering in your life currently right now, stick around, because this is a concept that I think that we all need to take into account, especially when it comes to the things that we want to bring forward into our life, especially manifestations. So, timing is definitely something that we all struggle with. And if it's something that you were really made to focus on, such as I talked about religious indoctrination, then how is it that we can release and let go of that idea so that we can see the things that we want in our life happen sooner without always focusing in on the time aspect? And perhaps you focusing in on the time aspect of it is something that you're not even aware that you are doing. But it happens all the time because we as humans have this idea or tendency to think that whenever it is that we want something or we want to do something, it can't happen fast enough for us. And yet, when we think about things within that concept or in that way, what happens is we push it away from us more so than drawing it into us. We want results and we want it now. And I found myself in that dilemma last week when I recognized that there was a part of me that had a self limiting belief that was saying, I'm not getting the things that I want. I've put in so much work. I've done all of this. And every time I open up my social media platform, all I see are people saying, I got this and I got that, or manifestation this and manifestation that. Why is this not happening for me? And then suddenly I came across a video where somebody was talking about timing and how timing, of course, is a completely different construct within the realm of absolute versus this realm of relativity. Yes, we have to live within the concept of time. Our lives, to some varying degree or other, have to it require it, whether it's making an appointment or booking an appointment or a trip, or even if we have a deadline that we have to make. But if it's the only thing that we are choosing to focus on within our lives, then time just gets taken away from us. And once it's taken away from us, there's no replacing it. So the really great way of knowing whether or not this may or may not be playing out in your life is to currently look at how you feel about the present moment. Is the present moment something that you feel you want to be different than what it is? No matter what is going on in your life, are you resisting what is currently happening within this present moment? If there is a resistance, if there is an aspect of you that wishes it could be different than what it is, then time is playing into that. It's a factor because you're not accepting of the eternal now. You want it to be different. You probably want it to be a better future outcome. And that is what you're focused on versus what is happening at this moment. The other aspect of that is whatever it is that you're doing, are you doing it as a means to an end? Meaning you're trying to get to a future outcome. Or perhaps you're stuck within this present moment, constantly worried about the past. Maybe that's causing a lot of depression within your life. Then time is playing or wreaking havoc in your life. And how can we change that? How can we remove that self-limiting belief or that indoctrination that we've grown up with? How can we remove it from our field of awareness? How can we bring in or draw in something that is more positive? Besides becoming present within this moment and bringing in acceptance of this present moment, what we have to understand, especially when it comes to this word manifestation, is that there really is nothing that you are really creating yourself that isn't already created for you. Okay? See, the idea is for us to understand that every probable outcome is already taking place in this world or in the quantum field. The idea is that you are intended to bring yourself within alignment to whatever the outcome is that you want. So the more you come into alignment with your purpose, the sooner you will bring in whatever it is that you desire. If you are not in alignment with that, if you have self-limiting beliefs, if you constantly think that it should unfold in a certain way or it's not happening fast enough, then what you're doing is you're pushing it away from you. You're not allowing it to come into your life as it needs to. There's a great Sufi saying that says, destiny is compassion. And what that means is that everything unfolds in the perfect timing, the most compassionate timing for us, and not a moment sooner. So if it's not coming to us when we think it should, then it's because there are certain areas within our life that need further introspection, that we need to really look at. What is preventing us from being in alignment with that? Is it old self-limiting beliefs? Is it old indoctrinations that we still have in our system that are surfacing, that are preventing us from having those things that could be ours? And of course, it is so vitally important to really truly be present within this moment as if you already have all the things that you want, because you do. Everything that you need is happening for you within this present moment. And it's within that present moment that all of the answers, the solutions to what it is that we need come. But if we're so focused on what we want happening in the future, or we're stuck in the past, then we're really closing ourselves off to the information that could be available to us now as to what it is that we currently need to do within this moment that is going to help us bring those things into us when we're in alignment. This is really, really crucially important. So there are just some things to think about. Time, it is an illusion, but yes, we do have to live in it, but we need to properly align ourselves with how we can better cope with the idea of time so that things can come to us in a better fashion. Much love and light.